I am sure that at a glance many people are thinking the title of this game, Painterboy, is a simple typo, and the game we are going to be talking about is the classic Paperboy. Well, while Paperboy is a great game, what we are actually talking about today is a very interesting and unusual Commodore 64 game from Finland. Before we talk about the actual game, we have to talk about the backstory of Painterboy, which is actually really interesting. The game was released in 1986, and it was one of, if not the very first game from Finland to have in-game advertisements. Actually, forget that this whole game was one big advertisement. The only way you could get this game was through mail order from the actual game developer. The game was available on both cassette and disc, with the disc version costing a little bit more. This means that if you want to get a mint copy of the game, it can be quite tricky to track down. Tikkurila is a Finnish paint company who dates back to around 1862. They had these funny commercials on Finnish TV where there was a father and son team of painters. These commercials were pretty popular and were something that many fathers and sons could relate to. These commercials are the basis for this video game. Well, they are more of a cartoon version of the commercials than a direct take on them, but the spirit is certainly there. The game, as far as the presentation goes, is actually very well made. It features nice and bright graphics with some nice sound in there as well. The game, as you would expect, does have the Tikkurila paint logo scattered around, but to be fair, it's not really that obnoxious and it's not forced on you, which, considering this is a promotional tie-in game, is quite surprising. As far as the gameplay goes, the idea of Painterboy is that you need to paint people's houses. The gameplay is split into two different sections. Well, actually, you could maybe argue that the game is split into three. One part of the game will see you needing to buy the appropriate paints that are available to you. The kind of house you are painting will require you to buy a certain type of paint. Another part of the game sees you hitting the road and driving your paint van to the person's house you need to paint. This is viewed from a top-down perspective. This is pretty easy to control, and you have a handy little map so that you never get lost. It's pretty simple, but yet it is still fun. You just need to drive from your office to the person's house, and that is really all there is to it. There are hazards that you need to watch out for though. Driving off-road, crashing into a building, or getting hit by a train will result in you losing one of your 3 lives. The main part of the game will see you playing as the son painting houses. You are only required to paint certain parts of the house, and you must use the right paint as well. You need to avoid painting the wrong things such as animals. Making a mistake will result in the father yelling at his son, which is quite amusing. In all, Painterboy is a very interesting game. If you are a collector, it would certainly make a great conversation piece in your collection. And above all else, it's actually a pretty fun game to play as well.